What's up, YouTubers? This is your guy, Mr. Evaluator. So I'm not gonna try to be on here too long. I just want to give you guys a clear understanding of the misconception to what's actually going on with Captain America versus Allmight. You see, you got multiple other YouTubers in my server. You definitely got Groundsbreaker here, who basically lists so many times Allmight supposedly beating Captain America, which was pretty interesting. But they have that, and here he's writing a list that regular humans were able to take hits from Juggernaut. Humans were able to react to Quicksilver. I'm just gonna get a list of all this, and then I'm gonna evaluate all of that and upload that in the next video. But this is where he actually uses for the guy right here in this video threw about 322 punches for a real peak human. And he says that Allmight, he says 600 for Allmight, but this guy throws 322. The evidence, as it shows, that the guy throws 644 punches more than Allmight. So this kind of proves that Captain America will beat Allmight because he's a bit above the human peak. But what I really want to jock out to you guys is that this guy excuse me, it says he also says that Allmight is less than twice the speed of a peak human. This is his statement, and we basically have this guy on the world record. I just looked at the video. He threw 322 punches in 1 minute. Okay, and he says this is specifically for a peak human. So if you add 2 minutes to 322 punches, it rivals out to 644, and it basically is more punches than Allmight. Okay, but here's the problem. Allmight once again threw 300 punches in 30 seconds. He didn't throw 300 punches in 1 minute. He threw 300 punches in 30 seconds. So even if this guy was to throw, like he said, 322 punches, a little lot less than a minute, Allmight still basically has thrown 300 punches in like 30 seconds, while this guy over here is like 30 seconds behind Allmight. So he's basically rivaling out the number of punches being more than Allmight, which basically confirms to his, false statement that the guy is faster than Allmight, which really doesn't make sense, because Allmight throws 300 punches in 30 seconds, and 300 punches in 30 seconds, this guy winds up hitting 322 punches a minute. So in 1 minute, this guy threw 322 punches in 1 minute. It took him 1 minute to throw 322 punches, while Allmight on the other end of the table has thrown 300 punches in a matter of 30 seconds. So this guy, it's proven that Allmight is 30 seconds faster than the real peak human. He's way faster than the real peak human. And when you add another minute to this guy, he rivals up to 644 punches in 2 minutes. Altogether, he rivals up to 644 punches in 2 minutes, while we have Allmight already throwing 300 punches in 30 seconds. And with another minute, he already throws 600 punches. So 30 plus 30, that's 60 seconds. So in 1 minute, Allmight throws 600 punches in 1 minute altogether, while we have this guy over here who only throws 322 punches in 1 minute, which confirms that Allmight is way ahead of this guy. That's at human peak. That's at real human peak. This guy throws 322 punches in 1 minute when it takes 30 seconds for Allmight to throw 300 punches, and add another 30 seconds to it, the guy threw freaking 600 punches in a minute. So Allmight has this guy in a minute. Allmight has this guy by 30 seconds, man. 30 seconds. And you know, this is the method that Groundbreaker basically used, because he really wants Captain America to be faster than Allmight. He wants Captain America to beat Allmight. I just got out of the conversation with the guy, and you know, he was kind of being side-minded. He didn't want to be wrong on anything he was saying. He went from telling me he was pointing out a fact, and when he found that he made a void comment without any cause or reasoning, because I already knew that I wasn't a god, he kind of then turned around and told me that it was a joke, and I just told him that I don't take that stuff for a joke. He didn't feel to have any compassion to ask me any questions why he would before he made that comment about what was the video about. Then later, as I just told you, he now then all of a sudden wants to ask a question. So this guy was just being side-minded. When he felt like I was being wrong to him, I turned around and apologized to the guy, but the guy does not feel the need in any way to have any compassion to apologize for the wrongs he did. He feels like he didn't do any wrong. So I'm just letting you guys know that Groundsbreaker is not a good guy, along with all of his subscribers. They're brainwashed as well. And I mean, I don't see why the guy just wants to ignore the math, because he just want to prove the fact that the human peak punches are way faster than Allmight. But it even says it right here, the most full extensions punches in 1 minute, while we have Allmight throw 300 punches in 300 punches in 30 seconds. So if you rival that in a minute, he throws 600 punches in 1 minute. This is 300 punches more than this guy throwing 322 punches in a minute. Allmight is way ahead of this guy. So I hope you like what you hear. You know, this guy once again is just trying to take all of this out of context to prove that Captain America beat Allmight. Your favorite villain is wrong. Splash is wrong. He don't know what he's talking about, and he act like he knows what he's talking about when he really doesn't. So I mean, and he's using all this other stuff to confirm that Allmight is a lot weaker. So it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna go back and evaluate all of that, and I'm just gonna get to the bottom line. But this proves that Allmight is still way faster than the peak human, and he's way much quicker than the peak human. I have a lot of other stuff to debunk about Captain America, but if you like what you hear, this is your guy evaluator out. I stayed too long.